Compton Ricc Roc TV. Let's get to the content.
All right, let's get back to the content, man. It's a new day. As y'all see, me and Spoety Face got the internet on fire. Everybody been entertained. I hope you've been entertained. Me and Spoety Face literally just took care of our business about an hour ago. Y'all want to know what happened? Everything ain't for the internet. It ain't for the internet. We're going to keep that where that was at and where that ended at. And we're going to get back to this, man. I want to get on something new, man. Let's get back to the program. Karmelo Anthony guilty verdict. It seems to me that these people is waiting for us. They trying to get us to crash out, man. They trying to get us to start a racial altercation. That's what it seemed like. We are now getting lynched a new way. And that's through this court system. Ain't no more getting no 10 years, no 5 years, none of that. They giving you football numbers. If you go in there 17, by the time you get out, you'll be set in your 70s. It's over with. Let's go over and check this out, man. This is cold-blooded right here. No black jurors in that courthouse. Not one. Let's get to it.
I just got some notes from our local reporter who is inside the courtroom. So when that guilty verdict was read, I'm told that Karmelo Anthony was crying. He was shaking. His defense attorney kept his arm around his shoulders the entire time.
It showed very clearly that a black boy was allowed, not one black soul on a jury.
What do we want? I know y'all wrong. I swear to God, I'm sick of it.
We just left the courtroom. The family walked out crying, screaming.
It almost felt like things happened in slow motion when that verdict came out.
A tragic situation all the way around. I'm glad there's accountability. I think the young man should go to prison for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow. Here's what they think about you. In prison for the rest of his life. If it was the other way around, it would have been at least one white person in that courtroom. If it was the other way around. But this is set up. This is all set up to get you wet up. We're going to get all white people in this courtroom. We'll get a white judge, white DA, so forth, to make sure that we don't feel none of y'all pain, man. Y'all gonna feel ours. And we gonna make y'all feel it back once we give you this life sentence. Cold game.
Already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friend. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, we already knew that.
Charleston White spoke out after Karmelo Anthony, 19 years old, was found guilty of first-degree murder and a fatal stabbing of Austin McCall. I just want to say this. Anytime something happens, we expect Charleston White to troll. But this time, it look like he on our side. And if you haven't been keeping up with the case and want to know more, make sure you watch the full video because I break it down. Until then, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Music 101, the Street Reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jury that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning.
And the other kid got all type of stuff on his background. See, this been going on since the beginning of time. Emmett Till, the rest of them. Ain't no more putting you from a tree no more. That's over with. It's this new system. Get you up in there, throw away the key, have you in there making socks and PIA, in them fields working, until they get every last one of us up in there and put us to work, man, and pay us nothing.
This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent with some allegations hanging on his. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, You can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit. If you think they're gonna find them guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law.
Right. Ain't no manslaughter. That what get you, what's the max? 11 years on that? Nuh-uh.
Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. I went and got me a white woman. Yeah, I went and got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. So I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some wings? You want some chicken wings?
Man, she look a little young in that backseat. Your ass gonna be up in there next, and you better chill out.
Say now, listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that mother. I told y'all last year the boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife. It was a compass tool. It wasn't even long enough to get it. It wasn't even long enough to pierce his heart. Say, listen, I don't give a damn how it go. Automatic win on appeal. All white jury, everybody 50 plus older. You mean to tell me they can't find nobody that's a jury of his peers? A jury of his peers. I cannot believe Collin County dropped the ball like this here. I cannot believe as Collin County has been since they have existed.
That's the cruiser going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cruiser going on.
That's freedom of the city.
I got him, Kayla. I got him.
Karmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
How many you want?
Yeah, you gotta.
The lamb.
How the lamb, baby?
Cold game. Look like any one of our kids, man. Look at this here, man. Young, man. Gone. Life over with, man. Take 1 second to think, man. And it take a split second to throw your life away. But this right here, this is pure racism, man. Nothing else, man.
Wait, this video is sponsored by Free.
All right, let me get past that. Let's go about right here. Let's go right here.
At a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, ended with 17-year-old Austin Metcalf losing his life. According to investigators, witnesses' testimony, Karmelo Anthony, who attended a different school, was sitting under Memorial High School's team tent during a weather delay. Witnesses say Austin Metcalf and others repeatedly asked Anthony to leave their area because it was designated for their team. The situation quickly became heated, with both teenagers exchanging words. Multiple witnesses reported that Anthony warned Metcalf not to touch him. The confrontation then turned physical when Metcalf shoved Anthony.
He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab.
Police say Metcalf then went to move Anthony from under the tent. And at that point, Karmelo Anthony allegedly pulls out a knife and stabs Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms.
Anthony was arrested at the scene and later claimed he acted in self-defense.
One of the most anticipated witnesses was that student who knew both Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. He testified that tensions escalated after Anthony was asked to leave the Memorial team tent. He told jurors Anthony became angry, challenged Austin to move him, and appeared to be provoking a confrontation before Austin put his hands on him. He described Austin falling backwards, lifting his shirt and yelling that he'd been stabbed. kidnapped. He also said he and Karmelo Anthony were not good friends. But on cross-examination, the jury was shown photos of the two together at parties, social gatherings, and at a track meet weeks before the stabbing. This was in an effort to show that they were much closer than the witness acknowledged. And then when asked why he didn't intervene, he said he really didn't know, and why he didn't tell his teammates that he knew Anthony, to calm everyone down.
Prosecutors argued that the stabbing was unjustified escalation of a verbal dispute, while the defense maintained Anthony feared for his life. The case drew national attention and became the subject of tense debate online. In June 2026, a jury found Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder and sentenced him to 35 years in prison.
Let me interrupt you. The verdict is in. It is 35 years is the sentence, not under passion. 35-year sentence for Karmelo Anthony, eligible for parole after serving half of that time. So,
wow.
There is the sentence.
What's your reaction? There's the sentence. Wow. Again, I'm coming from a unique perspective. I was a prosecutor. I have prosecuted people that have killed people, that have harmed children, that have harmed babies. I have defended people that, have killed multiple people. I have a death penalty case that I'm a part of right now. And I will tell you, in my 17 years, I think these set of facts, a jury coming to the conclusion that 35 years in prison is an appropriate sentence, is quite incredible. It's
not incredible. That's let you know what to come. At the same time, man, we got to teach these kids stop being emotional, man. Put that weapon down. He went up in there and he shanked him. But at the same time, they was self-defense. They was both arguing, fighting. He probably didn't have no time. It was a split second. It's crazy, man.
Incredible. I'm slightly blown away. I will tell you that it's important that we always remember here in Texas that you have a range of punishment. The range of punishment for a murder conviction is anywhere from 5 years to 99 years or life. And regardless of the sentence that you receive, in the state of Texas, you are required to serve half of your sentence or 30 years, whichever is less. Mm-hmm. So in this particular instance, he's sentenced to 35 years. Before he becomes eligible for parole, he will have to serve half of that sentence. What is that? 16 and a half years, 17 and a half years?
They gon' do we got the life sentence or is it just 35 years? Is 35 to life or just 35 years period? Let's say Anthony sentenced to 35 years.
And that may very well have been the age of Austin Metcalf when this happened in 2025.
I think that
17.
I think you're right about that, Sean.
Absolutely. I'm actually surprised differently. I again felt like it was going to be longer.
According to the online critics and the people that's there in person standing on the front line, this case is not about is Karmelo Anthony guilty or innocent. The narrative around this case is about black and white race. Yeah. See, the picture that's being painted, Karmelo Anthony was approached by two tall, strong white boys that's athletes. And Karmelo Anthony, this short, brave, small black kid that stood up for himself after he was bullied. See, the people were saying, if the roles was flipped and two strong, tall black athletes approached a small, brave, short white kid, and that white kid would have stabbed and killed one of those,
he would have got off. Self-defense. See, I didn't know this. I didn't know the two dudes was bullying on him. Cold. This is cold, homie.
Those two strong black boys, they saying he would have got off for self-defense. But since Karmelo Anthony is black, the people feel like he was guilty the moment he defended himself. Charleston White also spoke about this prior, and this is what he had to say.
So let me just say, since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo Anthony's family. Now I was always wrong about that kid. I was always wrong about that kid.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was always wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly, and I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school, so I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He was a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side. One of the white boys on that side.
Yeah, they was trying to bully him. But anyway, man, let's go over here. This is what channel was this, man? Let me find it. Hold on. This is Muse 101. Let me blow this up so y'all can see that and go over there and subscribe and watch the rest of that over there. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all leave y'all comment in the comment section, likes, share, and subscribe to the video. To this channel. Yeah, subscribe to this channel. But anyway, we're gonna talk about, should I talk about that? I might talk about what happened earlier between Compton Ricc Roc and Spoety Face. I might talk about that. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Ricc Roc TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop it.